Alright, how can we get the Archogenum mod, a super interesting mod presented for the 2025 Mod Jam? Well, it's a mod that genetically modifies the user so they can have different abilities from various Minecraft mods, okay? It works through a system of vessels and other components. So to get it, we'll simply go to Archogenum, alright? We'll search for, as it says, 12,700 users, click the three buttons and then get file. We'll save that file by pressing Windows plus R, going to App Data, Roaming, Minecraft, and into the mods folder, okay? Additionally, we'll also need the Fragmentum mod, which has 2 million users. Got it? We'll click Files, three buttons, Forge, old game versions, and 1.20.1 comma, and there we'll have it, three buttons and get file. So it's very, very important to have these two mods, otherwise we won't be able to play. So there we have it. Alright, how can we get mob vessels in Minecraft with Archogenum? Well, or Archogenum. Basically, these vessels help us obtain genes. If we right click, we'll get the genes. As you can see, it says gene discovered, got it? And basically the way to get them is by defeating that mob. I've picked up the Ender Dragon gene over there. So that you can see it. Let's go over there. Let's grab a sword. And we have spiders, right? So basically we take the spider, defeat it, and have a chance of getting a vessel, okay? Theoretically, let's see if I'm lucky. It's important to understand that we need the Echo Grass Enchantment, okay? I say this because I've been killing animals for a while and just realized the mod adds this book. Let's see if it works with all the others. For a sword, basically. So we take an anvil and add sharpness, fire aspect, mending, sweeping edge, and echo grasp. Indeed, it is compatible. Okay. And now with this enchantment, which we can easily get at an enchantment table, we should have the ability to obtain these bottles, right? And so that's how you get them, okay? I think I'm not getting them because I have another mod that affects creeper drops, for example. See, creepers give me these cards as a rare item. And I think this other mod is affecting the compatibility with Archogenum, okay? But anyway, this is the method, so don't worry, it's that simple. I'm just telling you to be careful, there isn't another mob or mod altering creature drops that might be intercepting yours, so keep that in mind. Alright, how can we consume vessels and activate their effects? Well, basically we'd right-click. Let's take a vessel that doesn't have one. For example, Warden Tendrils. We would right-click, and as you can see, it says Gen Discovers. And basically, we need to activate or open the menu, okay? If we go to Options, Controllers, and Keybinds, scroll down a bit and search for the A in Arcanum, we'll see that R is the default key, okay? We can configure this ourselves and simply open the menu where we have, as you can see, different tools we've unlocked from vessels. And basically for activation, some are functional, okay? Others are more visual and don't affect gameplay much. For example, here the Strider gives me this effect here. If we go here to vessels, we can see indeed, okay? How it shows chicken beak, but no, it doesn't give us anything. I don't know if I have any other modifications. Look, the Warden tendrils affect complexity and metabolic efficiency, giving us positive benefit. And simply to consume it, for example, if we want to have the peak, well, basically we go to the vessels section, assembly, and select several if we want to mix them, okay? You can see we can add them and it creates a mixture. Of course, if we add too many, you see all that generates and it says assembly too complicated because the maximum complexity is 16, okay? So let's remove something. 17 and 16. We'd click create, okay? It shows hunger rate minus 70% and everything else we would have. We hit create, it says in collection, we go to our collection, which is this one here, and click synthesize. Here it shows the synthesize cost. I don't know if being in survival mode maybe. Wait, I'm going to move to a safer place. I don't know if being in survival mode, if I click synthesize now, it might charge me, but I don't care, okay? So, no, I don't quite understand. You just take it and eat it, okay? And now it has all the effects of all the creatures, as we can see, with the beak and extra life, with vision probably from the creeper. I don't know whose vision this is, okay? So there we have it. And very well, finally, how can we remove these effects? For example, we've eaten a xenofruit like this one, right? And suddenly it changes my vision, okay? How can I remove it? It's funny that the vision only stays in one mode in a game mode, right? Oh no, it's kind of bugged. It's going to be a bit buggy. Okay, well, if we have this vision, how can we remove it, right? Or how can I remove all the effects, okay? You see I have a chicken beak and everything. Well, basically with an eco fruit, okay? It's made with 4 eco shards and simply restores all effects, okay? There it is. And it removes them all. It works like a golden apple, giving us regeneration for a period of time. Not much more. Really, the mod doesn't have much else beyond trying to unlock all genes and making the best combinations between them based on what interests us at each moment. Look, End of Vision, which is Vision of the End, is what I think I had. Keep inventory, okay? Creeper Visions. See? This is like a negative effect, shown as a downside, negative things in End of Vision. Look, here it says plus 50% fall damage. Clearly, when making mixtures, we'd be interested in chicken big. We'll want to avoid the negative effects, right? It doesn't have much beyond that, but I understand that having negative traits, 1 of 16, metabolic efficiency, it gives us metabolic efficiency, making our hunger rate decrease more. But well, it's not very clear to what extent. It lowers the complexity too, doesn't it? It's just that it doesn't reduce my complexity. It's difficult for me to have negative traits. I don't understand how worthwhile this is. But of course, with hunger rate plus 125, you might need to lower it with some negative effects, right? Everyone can create their own mixes. That's what this mod is about. Finding the best combinations and physically modifying yourself, okay? The modifications are obviously, well, it's not defined, but we can assume that genetic modifications are permanent, at least until you die, right? So, there you have it. Let's test it if you want. It's very simple. Look, I take it, jump off, I have no health, I'm gonna die. Respawn, and look, I still have the genes. So that means... So it works perfectly. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. The world does look pretty interesting. See you in future videos. Bye bye.